Welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. I hope you are well. I'm very happy to have you here. Today we are doing a reading for the collective of air signs, Gemini Libra Aquarius, for the period February 22nd to 28th, so the last week of February 2022, starting with the portal day February 22nd that we have today. And as I said, we are looking at the collective of air signs, so we are not looking at each sign separately, okay? But I hope that you stay. I invite you to, let's get straight into it because the cards start to jump out. You have the High Priestess and Eight of Discs, so the card of dedication in the center of your attention. The surrounding energies for the collective of air signs, we have, well, energy, Ace of Wands, some kind of a new beginning, a new opening, spark of some kind, and we have Queen of Swords representing independence. What is in the crown, what is crowning your reading, you have the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. And in the foundation of your energy, we have Princess of Cups representing dreams. The bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords, despair. I think despair is moving into the past, or you are, I think it is moving into the past because we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. But I think in order to, for this new beginning to come, you need to go through some kind of despair. Don't take it super bad. I'm not trying to say that something really bad, like heartbreaking, will happen, but there is something challenging, especially in your mind space with the Ten of Swords, right? Swords representing your mind space. Something challenging in your mind space is happening or will be happening that you have to go through, that you have to face, heal and release, okay? With the Four of Wands underneath, it may not be for everyone, but for some of you it may be relevant to a relationship, okay? Because Four of Wands can be a symbol of marriage, but also with that 11-11 vibe of the Four of Wands, tells me of a portal energy. And we have this February 22nd portal energy today as well, and I do feel that this despair is just something like a portal that you need to go through a period of darkness. Maybe some shadow work is needed so that you can move towards stability and solid grounds represented by the Four of Wands. Okay, so let's see. In the center of your energy, you have dedication, the Eight of Discs, and the High Priestess. And this dedication seems to be like behind her back. It's almost like a very important resource of hers, something that supports her back, meaning, that this resource, as I said, something that she relies on, okay, is her dedication. What is very interesting is the symbol of the High Priestess is the moon, and in the Eight of Discs we have cycles of the moon highlighted. So it may be like a cycle of healing that you are going through, and with that Ten of Swords, completion and new beginning of a new cycle, going through that portal, okay? So moving to a new phase of life, but there needs to be a challenge faced and healing done so that you can go through this. What is important is your dedication, represented by the Eight of Coins, Eight of Discs, dedication, focus, diligence, patience. With the High Priestess, this is also patience, trusting your intuition. High Priestess is quite silent. She knows the value of silence and sitting still. And even though Eight of Coins is the card of diligent work, in this particular deck, it's rather still, right? It's like a time of waiting, dedication to wait. And that's what the High Priestess says. It's like wait quietly. Allow things to unfold, allow the healing process to take place, and be quiet and still through the process, because it's like I do feel, even though we have that despair card, nothing really bad or hurtful is happening, other than perhaps there may be some endings in order for the new beginnings to come, right? An ending and a new beginning is indicated twice with the Wheel of Fortune, number 10 and 10 of Swords, but we have a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. Princess of Cups, so page energy is also some kind of a refreshment, a new beginning, okay? So there are completions and new beginnings. It's not an end, okay? The Ace of Wands, I said, some kind of a spark, maybe a creative spark. It can be like a creative, passionate aha moment. Something is birthing in you. And I feel, because 10 of Swords can represent like death card, a little death card in the minor arcana, and this is like a rebirth, okay? It's like almost like phoenix rising from the ashes. Something comes to an end, almost like symbolically going through the death process, but it's really just a metamorphosis, and this is that spark where life comes back, okay? Creative spark, life spark, passionate spark that comes suddenly, ignites you back into life, ignites your passion for life, maybe igniting emotions towards someone. It may be a new beginning, it can of a new relationship, it can represent anything, right? It can be creative, artistic, can even be sexual for some, but it's like about coming back into that energy of being active, wanting to take action, create something with the energy of fire. Can be very spiritual as well. So with the High Priestess, that energy of being still and silent, for some of you, a lot of you, it may be about that creative spark that ignites your higher knowing. Fire energy can represent spirituality and magic. So it can be this aha moment, some kind of like an intuitive download, okay? Now what is crowning your energy is the Wheel of Fortune. I really like this Wheel of Fortune upright. First of all, it tells me that luck is on your side. You know, we have this wheel, that the cycles of the moon, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I really feel that you are going through a portal. The wheel is turning in your favor, but you may not notice it. Wheel may be turning very slowly as you go through that, symbolically through that despair, because everything needs to happen in its right time and pace. So with the wheel, it's important to allow the wheel to turn as it is meant to allow destiny to do its part, okay? There are certain things that are meant for us in our life, and we should just allow them to happen, and definitely not resist the change. It's time for change. It's time for the wheel to turn. With the Wheel of Fortune, there's change, but there's also some kind of a shift. When the wheel turns, a shift of perspective, a shift of some kind of understanding. And I just noticed I didn't speak to the Queen of Swords. So let me do it now. But maybe this order was meant to be, because I said there's a shift, maybe in consciousness, and the Queen of Swords represents the mind space. She is that feminine master of the mind space. Clarity, truth, her key values, right? She sees through deception, lies, cutting through any kind of bullshit with very firm cuts. It doesn't take a lot of effort for her to cut off what is not serving her, including people, energies, any kind of influences, some like toxicity, those lies, as I said, okay? So she sees through that. There's profound discernment in her energy, and that shift in consciousness, as I said, some kind of maturity. You know, we have only feminine energy in this reading, regardless of gender, but we have the High Priestess, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Princess of Cups. In the Ten of Swords, we also have a woman, so there's feminine energy that is very gentle. Even though there's this spark of coming back to life, still the feminine energy prevails. Nothing is happening aggressively. Everything is happening very gently. Feels sensual, can be sexual as well, so like releasing sexual energy maybe relevant, okay, resonate with some. But there's that feminine energy and that silence and being peaceful, still, and very patient in the process, that patient in a very sensual, feminine way. But shift in consciousness, and maybe for some of you, it's also that shift in the connection, again, regardless of gender, but your connection with your feminine side, maybe with your sexuality, with your sensuality, maybe with your creative, artistic side, okay? In your foundation, Princess, so the Page of Cups, representing dreams, representing also innocence, purity, again, that artistic, like very pure puppy love, more like love or feelings, emotions that one keeps to themselves, being shy maybe to tell others about it. It's like, it makes me think of very deep feelings, dreams that you hold close deep in your heart, in your soul. It may be an energy of your inner child with that purity of the Page of Cups. Pages can represent children or young people, but it really, regardless of gender, represents a rejuvenated spirit. In this case, rejuvenated emotions, soul, again, that artistic, sensual energy, purity, innocence, but also spirituality and magic. So some kind of a new beginning, allowing yourself to be a beginner. This is in your foundation, and maybe that's why you are so still and patient to go through this process, silent as well, because you know that you are a beginner now, that you are moving through that portal to a new phase of life. So you are not rushing things, because you know that there is a lot of learning ahead of you, that you are this student, even though you already have a lot of experience. That new opening puts you in the position of an apprentice, and you are in acceptance for this. So I really like this. You are allowing yourself to almost be like the fool, a risk taker, taking a leap of faith. And you have soul retrieval, rejuvenation, right in the middle world. Absolutely, soul retrieval, this some kind of rejuvenation, refreshment, a new opening, really strongly feels with reconnection with your soul, that inner child, maybe childhood dreams, purest, the most hidden dreams that you have not been sharing with others. Maybe you have been shy, maybe they are related to some like fantasies of yours. This artistic, creative energy is also highlighted. This is a general reading. It will resonate and apply differently to everyone, because everyone's story is different. So you know your situation best, you know how those messages apply to you. So let's close it off for you with my creative intuition oracle. By reading, we learn what we did not know. By reflection, we retain what we have learned. Spiritual growth comes from reading and reflection. The sticker says, with freedom, flowers, books, and the moon, who could not be perfectly happy? That's a quote from Oscar Wilde. But you can see the sunflower, almost like sun rising from behind the book. Sunflower is the symbol of the sun on earth, and sun is the happiest card of the tarot deck. By reading, we learn what we didn't know. By reflection, we retain what we have learned. Spiritual growth comes from reading and reflection. Obviously, not only from this, right? But there is something about that apprentice, about growth through learning. And for some, reading, reflection. Practice love, kindness, and peace. Enjoy life to the fullest. Surround yourself with happy souls. And I will leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope that you found it inspirational, or even at least entertaining, and that you had a good time. Enjoy the rest of February. As always, please take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye.